Oh yeah. Action movie harmonies. We love it.
All right, Everglow, are you guys ready to wake up?
Yeah.
Well, Everglow is here to pump you up at 6 p.m. You are now reacting to the girl group Everglow and their 2021 song called First. The description of this music video writes, finally, the wait is over. After an 8-month hiatus, the Six Warriors returned to their third single, Last Melody. This album, but this is like the 4th title track.
Right.
5th? 4th? Or 5th?
I think
yeah.
they're, oh, I don't know.
Okay, 5th. 5th.
Da, 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 da.
Speaking of adios, it is time for your computer to say adios to hackers and malware because this video is sponsored by NordVPN. More on NordVPN in just a few moments. So the title track First contains the spirit of proudly confronting the darkness and opening the beginning of a new world in search of light and hope. Through this album, they hope to redefine beauty with more powerful performances and charisma. The lyrics of First describe that darkness has taken over the world, why the girls are confident to step forward and win the battle no matter what. The song is composed by Haley Aitken, Olaf Lindskog, Gavin Jones, 72, and...
72.
Trying to be light in a universe of chaos and darkness.
Yeah.
K-pop cinematic universe.
Well, this universe has some pretty cool news for you. Let me tell you a little bit more about our sponsor, NordVPN, a virtual private network that can assist you in battling the evil darkness that are hackers and malware. With their latest feature, Threat Protection, NordVPN becomes the guiding protective light in our computer universe that hides our IP address and encrypts our website traffic to keep us safe from intrusive ads, trackers, and affected files that we accidentally downloaded. We have a very special deal for you. Click on the link in the description or go to NordVPN and use the promo code ReacttotheK to get a 2-year plan plus 1 full month of free use. Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Now back to our reaction. Cue the countdown.
3rd, 2nd, 1st.
Oh my gosh, that's loud.
The Bane mask.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Hashtag COVID-19. Oh, what?
Big Dipper.
Hey, orchestra.
What was she doing? Just tell me to come or to sit? Just kidding. A little crescendo.
I think that's a piano.
Muffled.
This sounds like a mocking melody. It's like, ha ha ha, on a playground, making fun of your friend in a game of tag. Scotch, snap.
Oh, that was cool.
I like that synth. That octave thing is nice, just completely just sliding in and out, especially when there's a bit of silence and rhythmic difference. That was cool.
We got that little orchestra in the background right now.
Very percussive too. Driving quarter notes. Well, the.
Ooh, outfit change. All right.
Yeah. That's a really cool, like, outfits and color and scenery.
It also just sounds enormous. Like the scale of this song just sounds like crazy.
Oh yeah. Action movie harmonies. We love it.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice contour.
Rhythmic gravity right there.
Oh.
And the flat 2 gets reintroduced. Whoa. Ooh, that was cool.
Dude, there's some crazy pitch shifting going on that little background synth thing.
This is such a bass-heavy song.
Wow, they're really, like, it's just super, like, you know, it's all like, I think it's all minor 1 right now, but the way that it sounds like not, you know, stale at all. I love how it goes up when they're talking about the light in the world, the line.
almost like a power ballad, but with no rock band because of the chord progression.
Oh, that's nice.
Pretty cool.
I wanted to do it again.
Ooh.
An extra bar.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, that hit hard.
No.
No. That was, yeah.
I feel like the song is just like, it's like a roller coaster, but instead of like ups and downs, it's just like one large up.
Oh, yes, a dance break.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bagpipe.
Get it, ladies.
Fresh.
Oh, was that Google? Just kidding.
Did you have a favorite instrumental of this song or favorite part? Or was it just
Yes.
like the whole experience?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
Yes and yes.
Give me more deets.
You want more deets?
Give me deets.
I guess that's what the channel's about, right? No, I really like their use of what I would call like rhythmic gravity. You know, whenever they're about to splash into a new scene, you got that little woo. And this is what I do remember from music theory. They call it rhythmic gravity, how it always you can drive into the next bar, into the next sequence, the next whatever. Because you're like literally feeling the boom and then that drop, that hit. That's when you talk about the big, like in every song, how it has like the big drop and how everyone's like, boom, you know, that's like big rhythmic gravity. But I really like their use of that here because it's like they use it. Obviously, I wouldn't say there's like a huge drop, but there's a lot of, you know, micro drops and it's a transitional motif that they use.
All right, I'm curious. As producers who tend to listen to harmony that adds color and emotion, how was this song experience for you?
It's pretty cool. Honestly, I was like listening more to like the sounds of the synths rather than, you know, like the harmonies, but I thought the bass was like actually a really nice sound, but it was like really present. Like I feel like it's not usually mixed that loud, but that means like when it drops out, like in the pre-choruses and stuff, like you really feel like the emptiness. It's like really effective, I think.
I guess I can talk about the percussion because that's what drew me in more of the instrumental choices. I don't know why, but when I heard the kick that they use in that percussion, how do I go back? It just had like a bigness to it. It just sounded like you dropped like a stone or something like that, which is really crazy because I think for like a lot of trap instrumentation, it can sound really flat, but there were like levels, there were like layers, and it was very textured as to how they created it. Especially when you listen to the build-up section. Where is it? Not here. Although I love that effect with the arrow, that was freaking sweet. Yeah, okay, here. It's really interesting because the kick and the snare, they have a very similar like quality where the high frequencies sound really similar, but in the kick, there's like an element of low frequency, whereas with the snare, because its attack is really high, like there's not gonna be any low frequency at all. But if you listen to like the bum, 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 it sounds like it's kick and snare.
At the same time?
Yeah, and then when you go into the chorus, it's kick, snare, and there's a clap, which is kind of building off of that, yet not necessarily having any timbral differences. It adds a whole nother texture to the sound that's being created, and it just makes it, it expands it.
Sonically, everything's great. Sound design, very cool. That's something that is pretty consistent through, especially these like more dancey, kind of like modal, you know, where it's just like kind of one chord thing and just like a beat, and then lots of dancing in the music video. They would do like a stomp, and then there'd be like a, you know, kind of cool effect, and it's like, whoa, that sounded sick. I found myself a little bit like kind of tuning out, because I don't know, you hear the same little synth thing 10 times in a row, and it's like, okay. But then they change it sometimes, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, like in that second verse where everything was just like kind of like, it felt like, I don't know, it sounded like the keyboard was like auto-tuned somehow.
Yeah, they took that synth thing and like pitched it. It was like pitched down an octave for a little bit, and then kind of like
just
the
kinda,
pitch
like,
was going
bounced
all
all
kind
over
of
and
around.
just, like,
There were
really
some
sick.
out notes in there too. We're used to this line that's just but then you hear it go, you know, it kind of like goes around. And it's like, oh, whoa, cool.
I do think that one part that made it a lot more was that bell section where they had sort of the gamelan bells in the background. I'm not sure if they were actually gamelan bells or just sort of that sort of sound, but they're playing in the upper register and using those timbres too were really interesting. Those other timbres besides the drums and the bass being kind of most of the sonic world, I liked hearing that otherness.
Actually, continuing off of his point, the entire second verse is pretty great. There was one part where their voices go all of a sudden. It's like it's super pixelated and like just for one little like motion, like or like I think it was a down like. Thought that was cool. I like the bells. I like the sudden introduction of the flat 2 in the second verse was pretty welcoming. I mean, I've heard that stuff before, but I think they timed it kind of nicely.
Right. What was it in the bridge that you were saying? Oh, that's cool.
There's just like that vocal harmony. There's like a whole step, just a kind of interesting color.
Oh, here it is. Yeah,
Yeah, like that.
256.
But like, I don't know. I like that. What is it?
Like
it's
9 or
it's
2.
It's the it's the fourth of a minor chord. We can go to the piano. So like that's a cool little thing.
It's
I mean,
really
and it's
cool.
like we have a, you know, F sharp minor chord, and the melody goes like that little crunch. It's like that's kind of cool. And then, I don't know if the chord changes or not, but. Oh yeah, so that's a nice little progression too. I like that one. So. I like that vibe of like you have a melody that kind of uses that colorful note and then it like goes back to the same note, but it's a new chord.
Yeah.
So it has a kind of different feel
context.
to it. Like this, you know, feels different from this, which feels different from this. You know.
I like that one.
I don't know. That sounds really nice.
6.
That was your favorite.
Actually, no, the first is my favorite, definitely.
That's good. The chorus as a whole, first and second half, I like the difference in like rhythm choices. So the first one is focus on the instruments. Ba, 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 ba. I like how the bass is like doubled with like a really low bass sound and then the electric sounding buzz. And they're kind of just like coming in with like a little pickup, saying something kind of speaky. And then the second part of the chorus is a lot more legato. They're singing. The contour goes up and then back down, which I thought it's really nice to listen to.
You know, when they talk about the light, it's like da 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 dee da dee da 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 da, and it like goes up and up, and then the response is dee da dee da dee dee dee, and you like they pull you down. Really, with the rhythm that you're mentioning, you know, this idea of rhythmic gravity, but then also kind of like this, they like bring you up and then they like push you down. They like pull you down really quick and they bring you up and they pull you down. So it's like, you know, just like the what was it, the visuals, how like the perspective is like shaking and you know you feel like you're also dancing with them or like at least moving with them. It's like there's not a lot of room to take a breath.
And I like that when they are going up, the bass is not doubling them, but it's going in similar motion. Like they're also moving up on a different pitch. So that makes it's really, really easy to narrow in and listen to and guide your ears with their decisions. I guess you call it voice leading.
I like the scratchiness of their voices. I like the treble of it, and I like the tone. I just like the message overall that they're giving, just because like I've lived in that culture and just knowing like the stereotypes of probably just like Asia in general, but like in Korea, like in Korean culture, for women especially, it's you have to be submissive and you have to be like polite and you have to always like cater to the male. Yeah, like the first comment says like it's I think it's more of like the power it gives and the power it gives to the girls in this group.
A lot of power chords and feel good you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's like those, like a lot of that, which is always cool. But I think the highlight is just the use of rhythm to like bring that out. And I like the tone, that aggressive tone, because I was like, being a light in a chaos of darkness, it's like sometimes it's not as believable when it's too bright, too romanticized hero movement, where it's like these gals seem like the light that you could like dependable, you know, reliable. There's a little bit of grit there. I can get behind that.
You know what this? Wait, what's that show? Is this Shark Tank where they're like?
Oh yeah, it's like
The way that you just kind of like, I can get behind that sound. You're like, it's
just like I would like to make you a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was released yesterday.
It's like a Darth Vader-y feel. More
Bane.
than Bane. No, it's more Darth Vader-y. Look at the shape of it. Bane has like.
No, that's Bane. Okay, everybody, at 5 seconds in on this video, please let me know if I'm correct and this is more like a Bane mask from Batman the Dark Knight series, or if Henry's correct and this is more Darth Vader from
It's not Darth Vader
Wars.
mask. It's Darth Vader when he removes just the top part of his helmet and you see like the rest of the cover. Whatever.